Terry and Tom Nybarger and Tammy Miller. In 1960, the Miller family moved to Desert Shores at the Salton Sea, which is located in the vast Southern California desert about halfway between Palm Springs and the Mexican border. In those days, Salton Sea was a popular recreational area for boating, water skiing, fishing, and off-roading. During his time at Salton, Cy was a dump truck owner-driver hauling asphalt for a huge 21 square miles land subdivision project named Salton City. In his backyard at Desert Shores, Cy designed and built his own pontoon boat, shown here launching it into the Salton Sea. Cy stayed occupied building dune buggies in his backyard for himself and his friends, using old cars, junk, and spare parts. They would roam the desert together day and night. This
McCulloch.
Cy and Estelle moved to Lake Havasu City in 1964. Cy worked for Tri-County Engineering as an inspector for the Irrigation and Drainage District's water system development and distribution projects, while Estelle managed the Miller household and was involved in many social activities. The party was often at Cy and Estelle's house, and Cy was well known for keeping a full bar. The Millers' parties were always well attended, and Miller's Folly was conceived
I
during
wonder
this time.
why.
Hey, let's build a big party boat.
There were no working plans. Cy and his friend Chris Clausen sat on the beach and did the math and flotation calculations. The construction of Miller's Folly began July 2, 1968 in the Tri-County Engineering Equipment Yard, which was located on Lake Havasu Avenue, where CVS now stands. It was built by Cy, his son Mike, Jim Schulte, and other close friends using mostly donated materials, junk, and spare parts. The Miller family and friends hosted card games and gambling parties to help raise funds for the project. The Folly's framework was made of 24-inch pipe cut into quarters. Flotation came from 60 55-gallon drums strapped together forming 4 pontoons. It was powered with a 1948 flathead Ford V8 and had 2 transmissions, mounted end-to-end, connecting to a 1949 Ford pickup differential. The resulting gear reduction was 108 to 1. An aluminum rudder in the bow and individual braking of the paddle wheels provided for steerage from the pilot house. The paddle wheels were made from 2 Ford wheels welded back-to-back to form the hub. Steel reinforcing rods and oak paddles complete the assemblies. Miller's Folly took only 53 days to complete. As the launch date approached, odds were 5 to 1 against it being seaworthy. Miller's Folly was launched at Site 6 on August 24, 1968. Its journey began in the Tri-County Engineering Equipment Yard. With plenty of helpers, friends, and spectators on hand, a front-end loader carefully pulls the 19-foot wide vessel through the 20-foot wide gate opening. The Folly is seen rounding the corner at the intersection of Lake Havasu Avenue and McCulloch Boulevard with the London Bridge stone quarry in the background. Once at Site 6, the paddles are installed, and the loader slowly backs the Folly into the waters of Lake Havasu. And it floats. Cy fires up the engine and slowly backs away, and so began years of enjoyment on Lake Havasu for countless early Havasu families. Day and night, young and old. Miller's Folly was moored full-time at a dedicated private dock at Site 6, courtesy of the McCulloch family. Here seen heading out from Site 6, with a boatload of friends and family. That's Mike Miller on the left, with Jim Schulte and Cy at the helm. It's a great day to be on Miller's Folly. That's Eddie and Vicky, Cy and Estelle's son-in-law and daughter. Top deck, girls on watch. That's Tammy Miller on the left, Cy and Estelle's grandmother. The McCulloch's SS Holiday comes alongside. Here is Cy, with the swimming flag out. And the kids are getting ready.
Watch out below.
A diving board was later added to the Folly at about 14 feet in height. Estelle rounds up the kids. Are we having fun yet? The bar is always open. Left to right, that's Mickey Quigley, Earlene Miller, Vicki Miller Nybarker with Mary Ellen Howard Stanley. Cy in his trademark Folly swimwear. Another great day on Miller's Folly. During the summer months, the Folly often went out at night. Here is Cy and his co-pilots, carefully navigating the Folly into the night. With a hungry and thirsty crew aboard, with refreshments at hand, and plenty of grub with a homemade potluck dinner. A delightful summer's night swim. Cy and Estelle relax and take it all in. Another enchanting evening, aboard Miller's Folly. Here is Miller's Folly, all dressed up and ready for the London Bridge dedication in October 1971. Like King William IV and Queen Adelaide before him, Lord Mayor Sir Peter Studd and his entourage arrived at London Bridge by boat. They climbed aboard a paddle wheeler called Miller's Folly, which set out from the Nautical Inn and transported them through the Bridgewater Channel to the London Bridge opening dedication. The Folly arrives at London Bridge. Lord Mayor Sir Peter Studd departs Miller's Folly. According to an article in the October 14, 1971 edition of the Herald, the official party was escorted by a dozen 17th century pikemen, each with a sword and 12-foot lance, breastplates, back and thigh armor over their brass-buttoned scarlet-red tunics and knee breeches. Miller's Folly participated in London Bridge Day celebrations for years to come, as well as the stage for Showboat, the annual United Way fundraiser. In 1973, Cy and Estelle moved to Aspen, Colorado, so Cy sold Miller's Folly to his best friend and Folly co-builder Jim Schulte for $1. The Schultes continued to enjoy Miller's Folly as in its finest tradition until 1978 when it lost its berthing spot at Site 6 and was deliberately scuttled as a result of vandalism. "18 years later, in 1996, local divers found a sunken paddle wheeler in Lake Havasu. At first, the divers didn't believe it was Miller's Folly and thought it may be the Aztec dating back to 1892. According to an article published July 13, 1996 in the Arizona Republic, certain descriptions of the Folly don't match what the diver and his companions saw. Sometime later, according to today's News Herald, the divers dove the wreck again. We went into the engine compartment and looked at the distributor cap, which had 8 cylinders. We've come to the conclusion that the boat is probably Miller's Folly."
That gave me the first clue.
According to GoLakeHavasu.com, Miller's Folly is one of 5 most popular dive sites in Lake Havasu. It is located in Steers Cove in about 25 feet of water. In 1995, Cy moved to Tempe, Arizona, where he lived with Richard and Earlene DeLora. Here he is celebrating his 90th birthday at home behind his bar. Cy's wife, Estelle, and his children, Michael and Victoria, preceded him in death. Simon F. Miller, 99, caught the bus on May 5, 2020 at home, leaving his granddaughter Tammy Davis, granddaughter Terry Campbell, great-granddaughter Victoria Campbell, and grandson Tom Nybarker. Per request, Cy's Glad You're Dead party was held on September 25, 2020, on his 100th birthday. A true Havasu pioneer, Cy Miller was a remarkable man.